Hey everybody, J-Dub here, and before we start this OMAKE, I'm going to tell you a little story. It's story time with J-Dub. When I was a little boy, about 4 years old, 1975, I know I'm so freaking old, my mom was dating a man named Duncan. Now, Duncan became quickly a father figure to me. He taught me how to tie my shoes. I remember I was sitting on the stairs at our apartment and he taught me how to tie my shoes. He taught me how to remember my phone number and my address just in case I needed it. We did that while we were walking through the Boulder, area. I just have very fond memories of him, and he's always been in the back of my mind growing up, and his big smile that he had. Very fond memories of this guy. Well, my mom has been keeping in touch with him, and that's a wonderful thing. And I come to find out, however, that he has cancer. He has a specific type of cancer that he needs a special diet so that the foods don't actually feed the cancer. So oils, types of fats are out. So it's more of a Japanese peasant diet than it is being a vegetarian or even being vegan, because he can still eat fish. He can eat salmon, cold water fishes. He can eat soy, but he can't have eggs, oils, so nuts are out. No rice. A little bit of brown rice is okay, but it's like a tiny amount. So my mom wanted me to help her try and figure out a recipe that he could use to make something to eat, something that's delicious. And it's been hard for me to try and figure out what to make. So we came up, when the cabbage rolls came up, I thought, well, this might actually be a good thing. We can put in a special type of filling. So I started looking around for different types of fillings, and not one of them kind of looked good. So I came up with my own. And when I tried it, it's a tasty filling, and I even like it. And I eat a lot of food, and this did very well. I started with black beans, which he can have. I put in 1/3 of an onion, white onion. It was nice and sweet. Diced that. Then I took 1/4 of a red bell pepper, and I chopped that up and put that in there. Portobello mushrooms that I had diced, about 4 of them, half a top. Diced that up. And mung bean sprouts. I was going to use other things like breadcrumbs and egg whites to keep it all together, but it's really going to fall apart. So you have to be careful when filling your cabbage leaves. Now when you fill them, don't overfill them. Just make sure that they wrap nice and tight. And make sure boiling the cabbage for 5 minutes keeps the bits inside of it strong so that it doesn't rip very easily. So once you place it in, fold it kind of tight, and that way it won't fall apart when you're doing all your stuff. Now, since he can't have oil, frying it in butter or oil is out. So what we're going to do is we're going to place it onto a cookie tray, a tray with little lips. And I've lined mine with aluminum foil, and we're going to broil it. We're going to broil it for about 10 minutes. Then when we take it out, we're going to place it into our pan again. Just like we did the regular ones, but instead of just adding water, we're going to add 2 cans of stewed tomatoes and about half a cup of water. Now this water will help make a little bit of a broth, and it will help cook and steam these vegetable cabbage rolls that we're making. When you're done, after 30 minutes, same way, bring it to a boil, put a lid on it, bring it down to a simmer. When it's all done, you're going to have these crispy, flavorful cabbage rolls. And I thought that I would be missing herbs You know, maybe put in a little, you know, cilantro, put in a little parsley or something. No. These have so much flavor on their own, and they're very versatile. If you want a little bit more heat, add in, dice up a jalapeno, pop that in there, or put in a little bit more of the red bell pepper. I just then stripped the bell pepper and ate them as strips myself, but you can add in more bell pepper, add in a little bit more onion. This is really versatile, but it stays crunchy because it doesn't boil the entire time. It just simmers, gives you this nice crunchy texture, and the portobello mushrooms just soak up all that flavor that's been boiling there. And using regular stewed tomatoes without any seasonings or anything just completely make the difference. And it's a great meal, and it's good for everybody. Even if you're not a vegetarian, have it with a side of fish if you want. Or whatever, but it's and you know, dress it up however you'd like. Anyways, Duncan, this recipe is made for you, but I would like everybody else to please give it a try. It's become one of my favorite vegetarian alternatives here, and just enjoy it. And you know, I miss you, man, and thanks for liking what I do, and hopefully we will talk to you soon. Take care, everybody.